I didn't understand. Is it that it's under the Bible that they are preaching for you, or is inside the Bible? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I remain your girl Amen Billions. If you're a new subscriber, hooray, 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 hooray. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back and for tuning back to my channel. As you know, as we did do content, yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about something quite very interesting, and something most people don't really talk about, or most people do talk about, because we do not want to make you hungry. That's why we didn't talk about it. But that aside, I had to post something on my WhatsApp once, like, what's the dilemma of being a pastor's kid? I have like 5 points, so the video will not be too long, so we'll talk about 5 of them. Now, number 1, people's unreasonable expectation of you that they themselves cannot meet. And this is actually absolutely correct. People really expect so much from you that they've not even gotten there, like they can't meet it. They make mistakes and they expect that you are so immortal not to make such mistakes, right? When you make that mistake that they make, they now hypocritically judge you for making that mistake. Like, humanly, we are all making mistakes. Like, you are more of immortal kid, invincible kid. So it's like, and the problem is that even this expectation, this unreasonable expectation, even comes from the parents who are pastors, right? Disclaimer, I am one of the pastor's kids having this dilemma, right? And I get to there are some points where my mom will tell me that there is so much, a lot of people are looking up to you. Look up to Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. Why are you looking up to me in the first place? I am human, I can make mistakes. So you're trying to tell me don't make mistakes, don't put yourself here, don't do this, don't do. So everything is more like it was more like I kept on hearing, like, everything you do, try and consider people's decision, people's opinion. It didn't concern me in the first place. Like, you had the whole of your opinion. Why should I come and be dragging opinion with you? Hello, did I send you message? If you see me high, it's not my fault. It's Jesus' glory, and you can be high as that. So it was that. So the expectation is actually too much. Like, you are supposed to be there, you're supposed to be cultured, you're supposed to be, like, being a pastor's kid is like being a royal. You know, that royalty that comes with it ain't something you want to do. Then your inability to sometimes make genuine friends. Oh my god, stamp. This is super true. This is so true. Like, you just totally have this inability to, like, make friends, and you are like, everybody just wants to respect you, everybody wants to be around you because you are the pastor's kid, so you're not the celebrity kid. So it's like everybody just wants to be around you, and not everybody is coming to be around you because they want to be friends with you, right? They just want to be around you because you're the pastor's kid, and being the pastor's kid gives them a leverage, and it's just like that. It's just like they know somebody in the corner, right? So the inability to actually make genuine friends, and when we get to see genuine friends, I know that most people just get to adore and love them, because it is so rare for you to have these people around you. Being a pastor's kid does not even hit at all. And number 3, There is a little nonsense ego we have too as preacher's kids. You're not gonna lie, but it is there. There is this little ego that you have as a preacher's kid, cause you want to wash plates and everybody's like, don't wash the plates, don't do this, don't do that, don't step on the sand, cause Jesus didn't step on it. But it doesn't really make sense. But sometimes you get used to that kind of lifestyle, and there's this nonsense ego that still comes to start to play and raise its ugly head. And you're like, okay, as a preacher's kid, you're not gonna do that. So there's this ego. It's actually very nonsense. It's very minute, but it's very stupid. Like, it's a very stupid kind of ego that all preachers kid. And in this stupid ego, people start to tell you that you are humble. Like, hello, what are you saying? They say, oh, such humility, such this, such charisma. But it's a very stupid ego. Then number 4, there's this no peace in your father's house too, because people will always pop in and act as if it's their house, and even make you uncomfortable in your own house. I'm a victim. I can't even lie. But somehow I decided to learn to be kind of welcoming, because sometimes they just pop in. Sometimes they don't even knock the door to your room. Like, they just open the door like, I'm dressing. And people just believe it's their own house because it's the man of God's house, and the man of God has to make his house very comfortable for his members, right? Because he's the shepherd and you are the sheep, and la 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 la, yada 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 yada. But you have a little sheep that needs privacy, right? Work. Like, sometimes you have to lock your door, and they will not think that maybe this girl have shoko like this. But you have to, as in, there are times where you really don't have peace in your father's house. Actually, honestly, especially when the parties are going on, cut it off, cut peace out of you, cut it off. Like, people just walk into your room, pick things they like, use your perfume, use your soap. They want to try your soap because you're the pastor's kid. They want to use your cream because you're the pastor's kid. Is there holy water in it? There is no holy water. I bought it from the market. For goodness sake. And it happens that way, and you're like, what is really happening? But that's it. You don't really have peace of mind in your house, your father's house. That's it. Then number 5, serving God as a me thing, not because my parents indoctrinated me into it. This one is not even just pastors. Actually, this is not being a pastor's kid or a preacher's kid. This is being an African kid in a Christian African home, or in an African Christian home, whatsoever it is. You are serving God the way your father and your mother used to serve God. Like, you can't change anything about it. Once you change anything about it, you are a rebel. And one thing about serving God is that you have to build a relationship with God personally, on a personal level. So there are ways to build this relationship with God, and you get enlightened and you get to understand, and the eyes of your understanding begins to open. And it is not the way your parents sees these things. It is just the way the Holy Spirit has revealed it to you. And you're like, the parents are like, no, you are not a rebel. You are now fighting against the Holy Spirit. Like, it's more like the way your parents sees God, that is how you should see God. But you should see God for yourself, honestly. Because this heavenly race, last, mommy and daddy, we didn't know you when we are going to heaven. That's the truth. We didn't know anybody. We go to heaven on our own. So as we come to this earth on your own, we die on your own. That is it. And building a relationship with God is a personal level. The foundation has to be personal. You in front, Jesus in front of you. Two of you have to discuss and understand each other. But apart from that, parents need to know, this one is not just a preacher's kid. Parents need to know that relationship with God, having a relationship with God has to be on a personal level. It doesn't have to be because you brought me to this church, I can't move. As in, you even hear some churches and some doctrines like you can't marry another church member, another person from another church. Like, are we not supposed to be under one body? Because I can't even seem to even wrap this thing in my mentality, right? And if you're not the preacher's kid from that church and you fall in love with somebody from another church, it's not like a problem. Like, are we not Christians in the first place? Are we not believers in the first place? Because I didn't understand. Is it that it's under the Bible that they are preaching for you, or is it inside the Bible? Because me, I didn't understand. I didn't come to understand this kind of thing. But that aside, before digressing to that part that I really would like to talk about, but not now, because I'm going to shake some tables, and some people are not going to like me in this shaking of the tables. But there is no problem. Canically, I'm just telling the truth. That's the thing. I stand for the truth, and the truth will set you and I free. But that aside, I really enjoyed this episode on myself. I wish I had people like precious kids around, and I wish I can make something like that with a lot of precious kids and get to talk about it and get to air our heart-hurting feelings. But he's not how we see it. But that aside, thank you. And if you are a preacher's kid, please tell me your dilemma. Tell us your dilemma and how you have been able to go around it. Because me, I didn't even used to stress myself. I just used to mind my business. If I want to say, you mind your business too much, like, I didn't know how to stress myself too much. If it's becoming too much, I tell you I can't do it. I'm excited to have done this, in my opinion, because there are a lot of things that I've been keeping inside. And thank you for listening. If you're a preacher's kid, please, I would really, really love to have a conversation about this with you in the comment section below. Please engage and let's talk. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.